guys, and welcome back to another review on my channel. And as you may notice, from now on I'm trying to do my reviews in English, and that has a few reasons. Of course, I want to try out to get a bit more reach here on YouTube. That's why I took a long break. It didn't was so fun anymore because Instagram was like kind of really the place to go with this, and so I tried to do reviews on Instagram, but it didn't quite got to the point where I was satisfied with the kind of production quality that I got out of my camera, and I think doing this in 4K is still the best way to go. So I'm trying this out and see where it takes me. And I think the figure that got me back now is the new Nosferatu from Mezco out of the 112 Collective series. It's like, how do I say this, a color redo, a color variation of the original Nosferatu. This is actually called Symphony of Horror, while, and I show you this one, the original was like this brown silent screamers Nosferatu. And as you can see, the right one, the old one, is more in the sepia style of the old movies, while the new one is kind of more colorful and like fitting into all this complete vampire stuff with the red eyes and blue skin. So let's take a closer look at the figure. And again, like the original one, I think the head sculpt is pretty awesome. I think they really did an amazing job with the color, and also of course with the red eyes, and even like the black eyes from the old figure, they reflected light in a very nice way. And now this is CS2, you can see the white light reflecting in the red eyes, and it gives it like a really creepy vibe. The whole costume, the whole outfit is now made in black, and he has like a red scar under it, not a purple scar, and this kind of gives him more like a bloody vampire look to it. So it's just really a color redo, nothing else special. But of course, we can take a close look at the hands and all the details they put onto this figure. You can see the scrapped and torn clothes on the arms and on the lower back. Also, he's got like the tight old school pants and the nice old school shoes. Of course, the body for Nosferatu is a special body, as it has this super long arms to reach his prey, and so he's kind of articulated well enough for a Mezco figure, of course, but yeah, he's not your super posable ninja figure, but it's alright. It's sufficient enough to get some creepy vampire poses out of him, even some dynamic action poses. Of course, be a bit careful with the joints, as they are not visible and you don't always know how much you can bend the figure. But yeah, look at this. This is pretty good looking, I think. Let's check out the alternative heads the figure comes with. As you've seen, this is like the standard head, and let me put it like this. And it's like a very calm vampire head, very creepy. And the second head he comes with is more of an attacking vampire head. That's pretty good. I think the original didn't have a head like this with the big ears, the big mouth, and transformed vampire nose. This is really creepy, more of a monstrous vampire type. Looks more like a bat to me. And that's pretty cool because you can do all sorts of scary stuff with it. And the second head, or the third head, is very cool because it's like a burned head. You can see the head is burned on one side when he stepped into the light. And let me see if I can get this a bit more closer. Yeah, you can see the burning marks, and you can see the bones under it. It's really gruesome and creepy, but it's also very cool to get a head like this. And yeah, that makes the figure very special. I hope that we would get like maybe an accessory pack for the original Nosferatu, so we can change the heads also on the old one. When it comes to the hands, I think the old one and this one, they don't come with fists, while fists are usually the normal way to go for the figures. But he's coming like with this open hand with these 2 claws together, and then he's got also this. Yeah, let's start with this because this is a special hand. He has like this hand that fits to the burning head. You can see that's the right hand with burn marks where he can shield his face. I will definitely try this out for the end of the review. That's a pretty cool idea. And then he has like these, let me see which ones are these. He has a second pair of clawed hands, which are kind of more like the grabbing, creepy type of hands. And then he has like this closed hand, which is for holding the lantern. He also comes again with the lantern. The original one also had a lantern in orange and brown, and now this one is in blue and gray, fitting the color scheme of this Nosferatu figure. So he can hold this lantern with this hand. And then he comes with another right hand, which is kind of like the come to me hand, where he's like luring in his prey. And that's it for the hands. No hand for, or no, there's no keys this time. The original one also had like keys to the castle, and this one doesn't come with any of it. For the following accessories, or more accessories, you also get like this crazy old head, which when you saw the movie Nosferatu, it's when he's riding on the horse and he's, I don't know what it's called in English, the Kutsche. I don't know what it's like. So he's driving around or he's posing as the driver, and then you can see he's got this head. Let me see if I can get him a bit more down. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. Looks super crazy old and nerdy kind of. Looks more like a hunter, like an old Bavarian German hunter. But that's totally fine for him. It fits definitely the style of the figure. And coming, let's see, now we go with the cape at the end. He also comes with this nice shadow plastic fog diorama piece, maybe you can call it. It's a bit translucent. You can use it as like fog in the background. And also he comes with 3 beds. You can stick them to the fog. Let's see if I can get it sharp. Yeah, it should be close enough. There. You can see like 1 bed, 2 bed, and 3 beds. They come with a little hole in the back. You can put like a stand into it to have them fly. But I think I saw that you can somehow put them on here. I saw someone do it, but honestly, I'm not sure if I can do it now. But yeah, you can put it into the smoke and use it as a background design, background stuff. He also comes again with a few reds. I put it on his feet because they're small, and then you don't have to see them in detail. The other ones were brown. These are again fitting to the style of the figure, are in gray and charcoal. It's also awesome because now if you collect figures, you have like, I don't know what this is, 5 or 6. Now you have like 12 reds that you can use in your diorama pieces if you are into toy photography. And that's pretty dope because you can't have enough of small animals to get like, get the scene living and colorful. So that's nice. I can show you one in close up. They're very, very nice, detailed, and a pretty nice accessory. As I said, they're small, but stuff like this really makes the scene pop and make it feel lively. And also the last big accessory in this kind of way are his Children of the Night. He comes with 2 wolves, with green eyes, and they're like really gruesome. They have like these, I take you away for a second. They have like these scars and bloody wounds all over them, like they were fighting. They're not posable, so they have no joints. So all you can do is put them next to the figure or just in the background. But they're very well sculpted, I think. They look pretty awesome. And if you really put Nosferatu in between them and they're like his buddies, this really looks awesome. I really like that they put something like this into the package of the figure. It's definitely worth a rebuy, in my opinion. It's just not a color variation. I think it has enough extra stuff to make you buy another Nosferatu. And also, honestly, the first one was, and this is one of Mezco's best figures. This is so special and so nerdy and so super special interest, but they really nailed the aesthetic on this figure. It's super awesome to look at and shoot and pose around. And the last accessory this figure has, which is probably something that most of you waited for, is like this really big cape. And the fun thing is it even has like a place where you can put the arms through. So you can do it like this. Let me check. It's super big, but it's super fun and super fitting for the character. Yeah, and then you can put it down here, and then you have like, let me take the head off. These two buttons. See if I can, yeah, close them here. And then you have like this really nice and big Nosferatu cape. Put the head back on. And you have like this, yeah, he looks now like more of a Bram Stoker novel if you put like the collar up like this. That is super creepy, in my opinion. But it's also super nice. He really looks like some floating monster that comes haunting you through the night. And that's not all. You can also pop this up, and it has Velcro on the back, because there's also this kind of extra collar that you can put over him like this, kind of. And it's more like a big scarf, kind of. You can put it under his chin, but you can also put it over his mouth. So, oops. So his face is not super visible anymore. Now he's like, you can't see any of the joints now because he's like totally covered in cloth. But to make him stand, make him look like this. And now if you put on his head and make this up, you can see just only his eyes, and he looks like a very creepy figure, especially if you turn the lights out, make a nice dark scenery. This is pretty awesome. And I think they did a pretty good job with giving this figure another kind of style, while this other one was more of the old school vampire. This is more like, let me check if I can, because, oh yeah, it has some wire in it, so you can really make this like a character that Blade, for instance, could fight. So this is very nice. It looks very great. I really like this figure. Yeah, and as I said, they did a good enough job of capturing a kind of different vibe with this character. I mean, vampires are always cool, but going this crazy old school route is something a lot of people did not expect. And I know that from the first time we saw this version of the figure, in one of the fights on a Mezco Facebook page, I guess, where he fought Doc Nocturnal in the Red Death version. Everyone was like, when do you going to release these two figures? And I sadly missed out on the Doc Nocturnal Red Death version, but I definitely had to get like this Nosferatu. And as I told you at the beginning, we're going to give him like this pose where he's shielding his face from the sunlight. And as you can see with the burning hand, it really looks super nice. And you can see, and this is something that I think I didn't show you in detail, that the hand especially has like some bones showing at the fingers. It's super detailed. I think Mezco did a pretty good job with this, and I'm super happy I got a second Nosferatu. Yeah, and I think that's it for the review. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this English-speaking review, if this is something that you would like to follow, and if I should continue with my YouTube channel again, or are you more of an Instagram guy? What do you think of the figure? Let me know what you think of Nosferatu. Do you like vampires? And do you like this Mezco vampire? Don't forget to comment, subscribe, maybe even hit the bell, and tell me what you think of this figure. And for this, I will close and see you next time.